on, from dinners via Zoom, dinners via Facebook, and lots of things in between. It would be nice, and I think that this coming weekend the temperature will get up a little higher, but the sun has been shining, and it's the start of a new week, and it's Easter Monday, and not everyone has today off. It's a holiday, some people do, but it's still one of those days that you can try to plan the week. Now I think we're all thinking one day at a time and 1 week at a time. And kudos to everyone that is staying home and saving lives and making a difference, for sure. You know, it's been very, very hard. It's quite overwhelming, actually. I think that life as we knew it has changed. But as we move forward and moving humanity forward, we'll redefine how we come together to make things happen. I know united we stand, divided we fall. So, I know that our good afternoon and welcome, and it's Feel Good Friday. My name is Sally Monroe. I'm with Century 21, and I want to thank you for being here with me every day, because it's been very motivating to be here every day. And as every day we move forward, we will conquer COVID-19. And today, as I said, it's Feel Good Friday. So, of course, we've been fortunate to have Mr. Terrell Edwards join us on Mondays and Fridays. And I'm so delighted to let you know that Mr. Terrell is in the studio, and we're going to bring Mr. Terrell on. And after tea, hi, Mr. Terrell.
Oh, that's my Clark Kent look. Okay, now.
That's your Clark Kent look. Hey, listen. So, you know, it's such a sunny, bright day today. Come on.
Well, you know, I left my sunglasses in.
Apparently, mask, sunglasses, gloves, you know, we got to keep that up. Look at these sunglasses.
We got to keep it up. You know what? That's pretty stylish for PPE, I'll tell you. I like it.
So you've had a busy week. We've had a busy week. All of this helps us get through each day and every hour. So tell us what you've been doing, kiddo.
Holy smoke, Sally. Let me tell you. Yesterday was a marathon video day. We shot 6 videos yesterday, and all of them were inspirational videos to share. We'll be sharing those over the next couple weeks. Hopefully not a couple months, hopefully, but probably realistically a couple months.
6
you know, and,
videos. Wow.
Yeah, we just shot them, and you know what? And it was 3 of us in the room, but it was a huge room, so we did practice our social distancing. But a lot of fun there. And of course, we had TE Live yesterday evening at 8 p.m.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, you like that second episode? We had Mr. Nice Socks on. You know, he talked about
that.
Didn't you? I mean, he's just an incredible guy. Him and his wife, they have this sock company, and they sell these socks. You need to go on there and take a look at them. Very stylish socks. But not only do they sell the socks, but for every time you purchase a sock, they donate a pair of socks to charity.
I that was phenomenal. I think it's great. And the right style is so cool. Everybody needs a pair of those, right?
Mr. Nice Socks, check him out. And then we had, of course, you know, this is the time. This week would have started the Canadian Elite Basketball League. We have the Edmonton Stingers in Edmonton, but all across Canada, there's a basketball league. It's a professional basketball league, started last year, and man, just knocked the socks off of everyone that was in the audience. You know, and you know, of course, because Rona's here now, we have to take a back seat to that, and everyone's just hanging tight. But the president, Brett Fraser, and the analyst from the Alberta Basketball was on. Her name is Kira Lyons, and they came on just to reassure us that Canadian Elite Basketball League is going to be coming back. Just stick around. They may have to do a shorter version of the of the season, but we've got some things to look forward to. Keep your head up.
So some exciting things. I'm just inspired that everyone is finding different ways to deliver what they normally did, from, as you say, basketball to, I mean, even the charitable events too. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. You know, it gets all the creative juices together, and I know that that's been working for you too, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And I've heard you say this several times, Sally. But you know what? I mean, this is a great time to super boost help someone else out, because there's a lot of need out there. So let's just focus on someone else, and that I'm honestly, today I went out, and a friend of mine has a printing company, and I knew that she had to lay a lot of people off, and she's got to do a lot of it herself. She's, and because things are tough. And I said, I'll just come over there and do something else. I mean, I'm not looking for anything. I just want to help you. And made me feel better. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean, it's easy to get up in the morning and say, "Holy smokes, man! The bank account's not going in the direction I want it to go," and it's
Sure.
I don't get to see the people that I want to see, but let's maybe if we can put some attention on how can we help someone else out. I guarantee you come out of that, and it does something for your emotional. It does something for you. So that's my tip for you for today.
Oh, that's so cool. It sort of reminds me, and some of us go back to our childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tis better to give than to receive. Not that, everybody wonders if I'm like a totally religious, but I embrace everything. Okay, the universe, all cultures. I think sometimes that's why there's so many personalities in this body. So, right. But those are all basic things that we know as humans, even if it didn't sound, biblical. It always feels better, right, to do something for someone else, right, and pay it forward, as long as it's done without expectation. So, but we're excited today because part of our lives are those furry, wonderful friends that we have that love us unconditionally. And so today we're fortunate. We're going to go live in a few minutes to DOGTOPIA Edmonton.
Really?
To see some pretty friendly people. But first, I think you have a song to sing for us.
Me?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, okay. Was that the one you were talking about? Oh, I see on your screen here.
Yeah.
Endless Love, DOGTOPIA. Is that?
Yeah.
Is there a little bit of are you planning something? Are you?
Yeah. But
okay.
I know you do a really great job of this song.
Okay. Well, here, I'll give it a shot. Give it my best. Okay. Here we go. My love, there's only you in my life, the only thing that's bright, my first love. You're every breath that I take, you're every step I make. Ooh, and I want to share all my love, baby. No one else will do. Ooh, and your eyes, they tell me how much you care. Oh yes, you will always be my endless love.
And who doesn't know that song? Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, that's so cool. So I hope you're going to stick around because you're going to love this. Okay. So we're playing a little video about this beautiful place called DOGTOPIA. It's, a 5-star luxury for our man's best friend. I think that's the saying, but these are the things in our lives sometimes that just love us unconditionally. So yeah, so let's
best friend. I
man's
can't wait.
best friend, and it's a girl's best friend too. So trust me. And so let's have a look at this, and then we'll go live.
All right, check it out.
Dogs are the world to us. They give us their all and expect nothing in return. We're a really big deal to them, so they're a really big deal to us.
The audio isn't
At
working,
Dogtopia,
but I
we
think
stop
we
at
get the
nothing
picture,
to make
right,
sure
Steve?
they're happy, safe, and fulfilled, even when you can't be there. Big or small, floppy ears or sloppy kissers, we have endless love for them all. From our uncompromising safety standards to our extensive Dogtopian training, it matters to us the way it matters to you. Life is too short, even in dog years, to not live it up on the daily, and that's what we do. They're always up for a treat. And when you're thinking
That
of a
looks
place
like a
for your
lot of
pup to
pampering.
play, stay, or get pampered, Dogtopia is exactly what they'd ask for. If they could.
Oh,
Awesome. Well, if we can get the audio fixed on that, we'll replay it at the very end of the show because it does have music. So, Sarah, hello.
Hi, guys.
Sarah.
Sarah.
So everyone
Hi, everybody.
meet Sarah Senek. Did I get
That's
that
right. Yes.
Sarah, meet Terrell Edwards, right?
Hi, Terrell.
Right.
How are you?
He serenaded us
well.
with Endless Love, right? I saw that
saw
on your
that.
website. Yeah.
Yes, how appropriate.
Yeah, it was just beautiful, Terrell. And so, Sarah, we're so delighted that you can share what goes on in your beautiful Dogtopia spa with us today. And
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. So we're going to let you take over right now because we're just excited. We're very excited to be here. It's Feel Good Friday.
Well, we're feeling good over here at Dogtopia right now. It's a beautiful day. The dogs are having so much fun running outside, inside. So it's a great day to be here and talk a little bit more about ourselves.
Well, thank you for being here.
So welcome to Dogtopia Edmonton Downtown. We're going to be doing a virtual tour with you guys as well today to give you a better feel of what we're all about. My name is Sarah Senek, as Sally had mentioned, and I'm our sales, marketing, and client relations manager. I've been with the company for 2.5 years now, so almost since we started. I've started as a manager, and I come from a rescue background as well as some promotion experience. And since joining Dogtopia, I have become a certified canine coach. I'm also joined today by our store manager, Kelly, just behind me. So she's also been with us for 2.5 years. She has a bachelor's degree in animal science, majoring in equine and canine science. And she's worked professionally with dogs for over 10 years in between grooming. She's actually worked with sled dogs. She also has a rescue background as well. So lots of interesting things going on here. We provide Edmonton's premier luxury doggy daycare, spa, and boarding services for your best friend. So we go above and beyond to provide your pup with the cleanest, safest, and most fun experience possible. We believe in transparency and positive reinforcement, and we even have live cameras that you can watch your dog on from either your phone or computer while they stay here with us for the day. We're so grateful to be able to stay open as an essential service to care for the dogs and families that we love. And we're also grateful for the programs that have allowed us to continue serving our community and essential workers during this unprecedented time. In an effort to keep our staff, clients, and dogs safe and healthy, we've implemented several additional protocols on top of our already stringent cleaning and disinfecting schedule. So this includes things like meeting the dogs and the parents at the door at both drop-off and pickup. We're limiting the staff to a safe number in the facility, and we're providing cashless transaction options. We have a very strict cleaning process and disinfecting process as is, but we are now disinfecting the collars between each use and our hands and gloves in between each dog as well. Unfortunately, for those of you watching who do have new puppies or have dogs that are looking for daycare, we're not accepting any new clients right at this time. We believe that limiting the traffic in our facility is the best decision to protect our staff, pet parents, and dogs for the time being. But once the government restrictions have been lifted, we'll be thrilled to welcome all new dogs and puppies to our facility. So it is important to us that we give our new pet parents and dogs the same experience and transparency that our current Dogtopians have grown to love. So we want to make sure that we're bringing them at a safe time.
That makes sense. So are you interviewing future clients and creating a wait list?
So we've actually spoken to quite a few people, of course, that are interested in our services. Especially there's now what is known as the quarantine puppy boom. So a lot of people are getting puppies with the extra time at home. They figure now is the best time to get them trained and spend a little bit more quality time with them before they go back to work. So we do have quite a bit of interest, and I am keeping a very detailed list of all the conversations I'm having, and we'll be reaching out to everybody that showed interest as soon as we start accepting new clients.
Well, you know, Dogtopia is quite a phenomenon, right? It's something, I don't know when it started, but I think it's relatively new. However, they have over 130 locations already in North America, I'm told, based on what I, found online. And yeah, it's pretty thrilling. I know that I know the owner of this particular location, and she's a dear friend, and I know that she is working very hard and was hoping to open a location by the airport, which I thought was absolutely phenomenal. Can you imagine? We're off for 2 weeks, but that will come. And then, you know, because when on my first visit there some time ago, these dogs look so happy. Some of them look pretty excited to probably show up every day, right?
Yeah, we see some of our dogs coming from down the street, and they're already pulling their owners to get into daycare. Yeah.
So anyway, so show us around, Sarah. We're excited.
Absolutely. So I'm going to flip you around here, and we'll get going on our tour.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll start with our retail area. So we have quite a bit of a retail selection. We try to keep it grab and go necessities. So it's stuff that on your way home, you don't want to make an additional stop at the pet store or anything like that. All of the food and treats that we have are limited ingredient. We don't carry any chicken, as it's a very common allergen. It's also all locally sourced. What I'm pointing out here is we have several lines of supplement and health products. So we have anything from omega-3s, we have hemp products that are both for calming and comfort, and we also have things for digestive health. So if anybody ever has any questions about those, we're happy to answer. Next, we'll move on to the kitchen. The human and dog kitchen, primarily dog, but of course we have a few snacks in here too. So this is where we keep track of all of our boarding dogs. Now what we do is we start a chart that has all their personal information. They've also got a bin here with their name and the dates here. We track what they eat each meal. We're also able to administer and track any medication as long as it's not injection. So if your pup is one of those that are kind of needing a little bit more of a veterinary level care, that might be a little bit out of our scope. But if it's something that's a daily medication, even recent spays and neuters, we definitely have the capacity to take them here for the daycare day as well. So you don't have to worry about them being home all day by themselves. We also have our lunches here. So these are some of the dogs that are with us every day. So we keep their belongings here so that their parents don't have to worry about bringing them in. We also keep and track all of the food that comes in and out of our facility and how much each dog eats. So as you can see, we have a daily list. That's something that's really important to us, especially with boarding dogs. You know, sometimes a new environment can be a little bit stressful for them, and we want to make it as comfortable as possible. So when we're able to track things like that, we're able to adjust their meals and make sure that they're comfortable and eating enough as long as they're here.
Hey, Sarah, I got a question for you.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I'm sure you have a situation where dogs have the same name, and you you give them do you go by their last names?
So we have about, I mean, I've got to say 30 Charlies in our system
right.
at this point.
30.
Several of them are even the same breed. So a lot of them we initially identify by their breed. So we'll
Okay.
say, you know, Charlie Labradoodle or Charlie Cocker Spaniel. But then
Yeah.
when we get multiples of the same breed, then we go to last name or last initial. Sometimes we
Okay.
use descriptive factors too. You know, we have a couple Arlos. So we have wavy Arlo because his fur's a little bit more wavy. We have curly Arlo because his fur's a little bit more curly. So
Okay,
our
okay.
staff gets quite creative in coming up with names to differentiate the pups sometimes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So next I'll take you onto our spa.
They
Now,
have a spa.
We have a spa. Yes, we do.
Oh.
So currently we're only doing quick services during the daycare day since grooming is not considered an essential service. So we want to be there to provide the extra little services to our daycare dogs while they're here, but we're not doing any full grooming services standalone at this time. Normally though, we are able to provide a full spectrum of services. So that goes from teeth brushing, nail trimming to full haircuts. We also have creative grooming available. So that's things like, you know, different colors. We can stencil different shapes into their fur. Lots of cute options there if you're looking to do something a little bit different. One of our most popular programs is actually the dental hygiene program. So that is, we use an enzymatic toothpaste and a toothbrush and actually brush your dog's teeth for them. Now, that's more of a preventative measure, just kind of helps cut down on those more expensive vet dental bills in the future.
All right. Nice.
Nice.
So our requirements we have for both spa and daycare services, we do require all dogs to be up to date on all of their vaccinations. So that includes the rabies, bordetella, distemper, and parvo. That's in order to keep everybody here safe, of course. And then we also require them to be fixed if they're over 7 months of age. Again, once they reach sexualization, we want to make sure that everybody here, we're not having any Dogtopia puppies running around in a few months here.
Wow.
So
Wow.
here is our little Instagram board. We highly encourage everyone to follow our Instagram account. It's mainly cute dog stuff going on, and who doesn't need a little bit of that in their day-to-day life? But we also post any of our promotions, any of our events. We have things like birthday parties on a monthly basis. We celebrate every holiday here. We have sleepovers and lots of extra events. So to kind of keep it fun for both the pet parents and the pets. I mean, some of them like dressing up a little bit more than others, as you can see. Some of them are quite happy to do so.
Is that a Charlie right there?
That is not a Charlie. No, that's Herb, actually.
Oh, okay. Looks way more like a Herb than Charlie.
His name is Herb, and he has a brother named Bagel, actually, interestingly enough.
Wow.
Yes. So next I'll take you to our crate room. So this gives you an idea of the size of suites that we have available. And as you'll notice, these ones actually have the glass front instead of the wire front. So we find that those are a really good option for some of the few dogs that do have crate anxiety. They do a lot better in these. As you can also see, they're quite spacious. So we have boarding suites available that are the same size or actually larger than these ones, so that they have lots of room to be comfortable when they're staying with us overnight.
Okay.
And then all of our suites in the room are of a similar build. So they're actually built into the walls. So we don't have the standalone crates that you would typically have at home. These ones are much more secure and much more comfortable for the dogs.
Oh, nice. Wow. Hey, Sarah, I've got to take off. I've got to take off, but I'm so glad you gave us this opportunity to take a look at your Dogtopia, and hopefully you guys got some space there available at some point.
Are you?
Yes, we will, and we'll be letting everybody know.
What you say, Sally?
You might need to get a dog or a puppy.
Yeah. You're right. And
Terrell, I'm glad that you were able to stop in and sing "Endless Love" for us.
I've actually got to go down there tonight to downtown tonight. So, I can't stop in there though. But
are you downtown tonight? What's going on?
Well, you know what? We still have a couple more projects about social distancing, PSAs for that. So I got to go and shoot some more, do some more studio work to get that done. But you'll be seeing it on television and social media here pretty soon.
We look forward to that, Terrell. Thank you for joining us, and have a happy Friday and a beautiful weekend. And Sarah, we're going to let Sarah continue. And T, the cool thing about the platform, it stays on Facebook.
That's right. That's right.
Always revisit it later. So, but thanks for bringing us up to speed on what you've been up to. And I'm looking forward to some of that cool stuff you're doing. So.
Yeah, likewise. Well, good to meet you, Sarah and Sally.
Thanks, Terrell.
Days at 8. Okay.
All right.
Take care. Okay. Bye for now.
All
Thank
right. I
you.
can flip everybody back around here. So this is our toy box. We actually have 3 rooms available. There's nobody in this one right now. And we're actually just finishing lunchtime at this time. But this gives you an idea of the kind of facility that we have available. So all of the floors come up the wall. They're rubberized and non-porous. All of the air in the facility is treated with UV light before circulating through the facility by state-of-the-art HVAC system and HEPA air filters. We also have climate-controlled rooms, so it keeps it nice and cool in the summer and comfortable in the winter. And we've also noticed that on smoggy and smoky days, which we've been having in the summer quite frequently here, our rooms are actually much more breathable than most people's homes, and especially outside. So we see an increase in volume of dogs coming in those days, just because we're such a safe airspace for them. Okay, all my automatic lights should come on here. Here we go. All right, so this is our evaluation room. This is where your dog comes in as soon as they enter our facility. So what we do first is we do a head-to-toe physical with them, just to make sure that we're not noticing any bumps, cuts, bruises, make sure they leave the same way they came in. And oftentimes we actually notice things that parents haven't. So we've caught a few conditions on dogs that we were luckily able to let their parents know about, and they were able to seek veterinary care. So that's another way that we feel very lucky to be so close with these dogs, and we're able to help them out in those ways. When the dog comes in, we start them a bin with their name. All of their belongings go into it. Our members get their own bins that we reuse, so they have their nice little labeled bins, and we fit them with one of our own collars. So that's in order to protect your belongings when you bring your dog in, and also because we have the quick release collars. So that's for safety purposes. Of course, we want them to snap right off if a dog ever gets tangled up in anything. And here's our laundry room. As you can see, our washer's on right now. So we have veterinary grade pet friendly cleaning products, and we fully sanitize the whole facility twice a day.
Wow.
That's another, and that's just standard. That's not one of our COVID protocols. That's actually our standard protocol. So we go above and beyond what most people are used to. One of our points of huge pride is definitely our cleanliness here. All right, and now we get to the fun part. Here are our playrooms. So we have 2 large playrooms back here.
Whoa,
and here are the dogs. So as you can see, we separate the dogs according to several factors. That's going to include size, temperament, and a number of other things. So we do a meet and greet with every new dog that comes in to get to know them a little bit better. We kind of see how they interact with us, see how they interact with the other dogs, and then decide which room is best suited for each specific dog. Oh, hi, Pepper!
Oh my goodness.
That's Pepper.
Sarah, you're so amazing.
All right, so as I said, every dog undergoes the same meet and greet to ensure that they're suitable and comfortable for daycare. Those are done by our certified canine coaches. So every staff member that we have is required to have previous professional experience in the animal industry. They also go through over 30 hours of hands-on training with us, then a comprehensive online training program at DOGTOPIA University. And then, of course, we still have ongoing education once they've come on board with us. So everybody here, this is Caitlin, for example. She's actually been with us since we started constructing the facility here. So just about 3 years now. And the dogs absolutely love her. As you can see, they're all coming up for pets.
You're pretty happy, Sarah.
Yes, they're a very happy bunch. That is for sure.
Webcam, because I know that you have webcam services or access from.
We do. So the webcam, you just need to download the Dogtopia app. It's free in the App Store, and it'll ask you a few questions to set you up with our location. Once you've been set up with us, you can watch your dog play live during their daycare day.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're up in the corner, so you can see the whole room from them. It's really nice. You can also actually book appointments for daycare and stay updated on our upcoming events through the app as well. So it's definitely a very handy tool.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For most of us, I think that, there's a little bit of guilt and separation anxiety from our darling pets. So it's kind of nice to pop in and see how they're doing. This is amazing.
Yeah. It's a very nice feature, and we very strongly believe in transparency here. So it's a nice way to be able to offer that as well.
Well, I would imagine part of the assessment or the evaluation at first of a potential new client to the fold would be assessing whether they like to play with other dogs too, how friendly they are.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have an in-depth, it's about 5 pages worth of a meet and greet process that we go through, and we score them on many things, but basically we're just looking to see how comfortable they are, how they interact with the other dogs. Whenever we see any issues arise, it doesn't mean that they've failed by any sense. It doesn't mean that they're a bad dog. Those are just things that we keep an eye on and we try to work with them on. So it's something a lot of our dogs come to us with, they have separation anxiety, or, maybe they like to nip your hands as you walk,
right,
or they like to steal things off of counters or things like that while they're here. And those
like a big pot roast. That's
exactly. But at daycare instead. So it's more like cloths and and things they're not supposed to get into. So things like that are things that we're able to identify early on with them, and then we're able to pair them with an appropriate play group. We're able to work with them. We come together as a staff and develop strategies specific to each dog whenever we identify something like that we can work on. So the meet and greet, if your dog has any sort of, you're concerned about any sort of issues, that's something that you can bring up with us, and it's something that we're always willing to work on with the pet parent.
wow.
Yeah,
what a terrific service. Oh my gosh. You know what? I mean, that is luxury. Being pampered, right? Grooming, playing, look at all their buddies. Who's this?
That's my dog.
That's your dog. Oh my God. He was smart enough to know that's you. What's his name?
Yeah, that's Bentley. He didn't want to be ignored and not be part of this tour. All right, and then as you can see at the back there, it's kind of bright, but we actually have a quite spacious backyard. We have the pet-friendly turf out there. All the dogs get access to it, obviously weather dependent, but they all do get access to it on appropriate days. And we also have pools and parties in the warmer months, which are super fun. They all love that. And then, as you said, with the webcam, you're able to watch them outside as well live. We have actually a webcam out there. Oh, wow. Let's say I'll let you guys say bye to the dogs at least. Bye.
Oh, bye Bentley, and bye Charlie's, if there's more than one Charlie there today. Wow. Well, I still the tails are wagging, so that's a sign they're having fun. Do they have access to a little outdoor space for sunshine? I thought that they was through that.
Yes, that's what I was just showing you with the light there. So we have a big outdoor area. It actually runs the length of our building. I'll see if we can get Caitlin to shut the door here for you, and I can show you quickly.
I guess we wouldn't want them all running out to pug you.
I think we got it. We've got a good system going here. Perfect. All right. So here we go.
Wow.
So it's a big, bright space. It's quite spacious. And as I said, it's a pet-friendly turf.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the door that they get to go in and out of during the day.
Nice. Yeah. So you can get some sunshine, see the blue skies.
Yes, it's very nice. And as I said, we have pools and sprinklers out there in the summer that they love.
Wow.
Perfect. And then I guess the last point of our tour, usually we wrap up with going through our packages and memberships. So I won't bore you guys with the details of all of those right now, but we do have a variety of packages and memberships available to suit anybody's daycare needs. So you can pay per day, or we have full day and half day passes available, as well as monthly memberships for people who are attending regularly. And those memberships include some extra perks as well.
Oh, cool. So you monthly, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I had a question about the, overnight stay as well
Boarding,
as
yeah.
long-term boarding. Can you explain a little bit? So if I'm going on vacation, may I book my pet in?
Yeah, absolutely. So for boarding, we also have a few different options for that. So we have both short-term and long-term. So short-term, you just kind of pay as you go, and long-term, we actually offer discounts on stays longer than both 7 and 14 days. If you want to bring your dog in for boarding, they'll be attending our normal daycare during the day, and then they sleep over during night. So we have somebody here to tuck them in, feed them dinner. We actually do a cuddle time. Yes, they all get their own individual suites at night, and we give them a nice little cuddle time before we leave for the night. So they get tucked in, and then somebody's here bright and early at 6 a.m. to let them out, feed them again before the rest of our daycare dogs arrive.
So what time would they be typically going to sleep then at night?
So we have a staff member here past 9 every day.
Oh, okay. All right. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
We actually
wonderful.
found that they do better without somebody in the facility overnight. When they know somebody's here, they kind of tend to be quite restless.
True.
And they're kind of asking for your attention instead of getting the sleep that they need after a busy day of daycare.
But we could bring their favorite blankets and things like that, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, you can bring whatever you want from home. So we have lots of bedding and toys here available. We also have complimentary food available. Should you forget your own, we have limited ingredient lamb and fish food that you can choose from. But you're always free to bring whatever you feel makes them more comfortable during their stay.
Well, that's fantastic. And so I understand that you're open from 6:30 to 7 at night.
That's right.
That's for the day, we'll call it the day spa. If you're dropping your dog off in the morning and picking them up, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. So drop off starts at 6:30 a.m. sharp, and pickup ends at 7 p.m. So it's a nice long day, and we actually accept pickup and drop off at any time during the day.
So a typical day for my, best friend would be arrive, playtime, depending, and I understand that they have nap times.
They do. So that's what everybody was just coming out from as we saw them back there. So we do lunch and nap time from noon till 2. So that's where we feed all of the dogs that get lunch. So some bring their own, and some request that we feed them. Others don't have lunch, and that's totally fine too. They can make it through the day without it and just enjoy their regular breakfast and dinners at home. But we feed whoever needs to be fed, and then they also get a little bit of a nap time. So we turn off all the lights, turn off all the music, and make sure that they get some quiet time. It's much needed when they're here for a full daycare day. And we also fully sanitize the room at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, so they get a nice fresh start in the afternoon.
No, that's absolutely phenomenal. And I suppose, right, it could be almost like a health spa. Not everyone gets lunch, so
exactly.
Eating, right?
Yeah,
so
we just need cucumber slices.
Downtown, you're located at I'll let you tell me the exact address, but I know where it is.
We're located at 10529 116th Street Northwest. So we're right behind Oliver Square and right across from the Brewery District.
So you're servicing clients all over the city. Are there any others currently open in the city, Dogtopias?
They're not. So we're the original one in Edmonton.
Right.
As I mentioned before, the airport location is something that's definitely in our future.
Right.
So we'll be looking into that once everything goes kind of back to the new normal. After this pandemic has passed, yes.
Right. Oh, Sarah, this has just been so wonderful, you know, because, I've been reading a lot, and a lot of you read a lot about how people have finding ways to get exercise and self-isolate. And several weeks ago, I read an article about it had to do with in Italy, where they were mandatory isolated, but they were allowed to, if you had a dog, right?
Yeah.
Take it for a walk. And people would now see the same dog being walked many times during the day by different owners.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't blame them. I'm sure the dogs weren't too upset about that either.
No, I mean, so my only concern is I think that, and we will get back to a bit of normalcy in the future, is these beautiful animals are getting used to being played with constantly, and their parents are home, and children are home, and now the weather is just phenomenal. So boy, they're gonna go like, wow, I've won the lottery here. So
yeah, and we're definitely prepared for once people do start going back to work. A lot of those dogs are gonna need a little bit of extra attention. So we'll be here. We'll be here when that happens.
For sure. So hopefully, as we move forward, then your capacity will increase, and you can certainly entertain taking on new clients.
Yeah.
I was always thrilled and enthralled at how meticulous and well managed Dogtopia is, and how safe are the dogs are there. So. And how loved they are. You girls, you do such an amazing job. You can help your love of animals. I mean, if Bentley is there, that says something too.
Yes,
right?
Most of us have our own dogs, and they all attend daycare here. And when people ask me how many dogs I have, I say, well, I live with 2, but I have about 200, because I think that we all kind of consider the dogs here an extension of our own families.
I mean, they do. They love us unconditionally. So it's only fair that we love them in return unconditionally too.
Exactly.
And think of their well-being. Wow. I love your job. Looks like fun. You get to play all day. I think that's one of your philosophies, right?
Yes, there's still some work to be done for sure, but we do get lots of time to enjoy. And I think, especially at times like this, we're definitely all grateful to be in an environment where we get to be around the dogs. They're a good reminder to live in the moment and enjoy every day, I think.
This is so true. I learn a lot from them, right? I've always said, I won't say it exactly, but let's face it, if you locked your dog in the trunk of the car and you open it up, who's going to jump up and kiss you first, the dog or someone else? Anyway, but they do love us unconditionally, and they're so, they bring such joy, and they have such healing powers. I've witnessed that myself, and in some cases that people are allowed to take their dogs, well, probably not now because of the hospital situation, but in the past. And when we traveled in the past, it was always wonderful to be able to, when you stay at the Fairmont, of course, they had their resident dogs, and they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And being able to take them for a walk when you're traveling and stuff, right?
It is. Yeah.
And I just find it's calming, right? So, I mean, dogs and cats play a wonderful role in our health and well-being. So, I thank you guys very much for inviting us in today and showing us. Right. And this was on the spur of the moment. That's so nice. So just like with the webcam access, right? Feeling bad, you just drop in and see what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah. We always have an open, we usually have an open door policy. So for sure, once we get back to some normalcy, we'll be happy to have everybody pop in and check it out for themselves.
Well, thank you again. And I'd love to stop in sometime when the time's allowed. It's kind of, even though we don't have a dog at the moment, we had in the past. It's kind of nice to stop by and see what's going on over there. So thank you. And I want to thank your darling Karen for inviting us to come in today. And Sarah, what an amazing job. And do enjoy the weekend.
We will.
take good care of yourself.
All right.
Breathe the fresh air, and if you can, get in a little car and do a little driving, okay?
We will. We will. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for having us, Sally, and thanks everybody else for following us along.
Okay, well, thank you for being here today. We love you guys,
All right.
and thank you for being in our community and in the neighborhood. And we'll see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, Sarah. So that was Sarah, and it was so wonderful to get an opportunity to visit Dogtopia's location in downtown Edmonton firsthand. And I can assure you, if you stop in there, as they say, well, now it's sort of limited, but they take such terrific care, of the dogs for sure. And there's so much love there. It's incredible. And what a wonderful service. A lot of people that have their dogs boarded there at the moment, of course, are essential workers that have to be working to protect us and to feed us and nurture us and do all those things. So it's so wonderful that Dogtopia is there for the animals. And so we were hoping to go live at an Edmonton iconic location. But I'm going to talk about it today. And I know we had some technical difficulties with the video, but I can assure you they are open again. I think they reopened yesterday. And if we can, just 1 second here. So I'm talking about the iconic Coliseum Pizza and Steakhouse. For many of us who've been around for a long, long time, we know that Coliseum Steak and Pizza, right, which was right across the street from the former Rexall place where the Oilers, called home for many years. And it was not unusual, right? You line up or you made a reservation that was a favorite stop first before an Oilers game. So Jackie and her husband, they're there on location, and they are, of course, back making fantastic pizzas, and they have an online menu. Their website, you can find the menu for Coliseum Steak and Pizza, ribs, etc. on Facebook, and they're doing curbside pickup. And yeah, they're an Edmonton institution. Not, meaning they've been around for 40 years. That's a long time here, Coliseum Steak and Pizza. And they're located at 8108 118th Avenue. And they are open for curbside pickup. And I think they're doing deliveries. So yeah, now open for curbside pickup, I think is what it's called, is the way I would say it. I'm not sure if they're doing deliveries, but you can certainly call them at 780-474-1640. And we want to thank Jackie and her husband. They were going to try to be with us live as they're making pizzas, showing us all the wonderful pizza ovens and things. But we'll certainly hope once we get the audio and the visual back, perhaps in the next week sometime, we'll give you a behind the scenes live look at how to make a pizza. I know they were going to make a special pizza, yes. And so before we leave you today, I am going to feature just a new listing, right, that's on my website, and we'll take you there. And I want you all to have a wonderful weekend. The weather's great. It's a good time to be tidying up the yard, etc. And we will be here tomorrow, weekends, Saturday and Sunday. We focus to do a live virtual tour. We'll be here to do a couple of open houses for you. But tomorrow, right, I actually want to talk to you about having picnics. And growing up, I loved picnics. So I think everybody's got a picnic basket or could make a picnic basket and find a blanket. But here's the thing, okay? The trick is, and we're going to be talking about this tomorrow, once you pack up to go out in the yard for the picnic and throwing the ball around, you cannot go back in the house if you've forgotten anything. So you're going to have to make do. So we're going to have a picnic picnic in the yard. Certainly not a picnic in the park, since we're not allowed to go to the parks, okay? So hang on one second as we queue up a tour of this beautiful, lovely home. Okay, so let's see here. Not exactly sure, but you know, I'm always figuring things out. So we're going to share the screen. There we go. No, I need to share the video too, the sound. Let's just do that again, Sally Monroe. I know that you're always, hang on. Yep, there. Listen, this is not supposed to be perfect. There. So, fantastic. So as you can see, my website is sallymonroe.com, and it's very, very easy to navigate. So we're just logged in. Here are our listings. And as you can see, as you scroll down, it's nice and easy to scroll down. And I just want to show you this fantastic property. Now, this is in the county of Parkland. There's lots of beautiful homes on my website. So, but this one, you know, soon all of it will be lush and green again. So here we go, right? So, and let me see. So this beautiful custom residence, wait till you see this, right? Hang on, let me see. There we are. And let me just get rid of this. Boom. And we shall press play. Absolutely exquisite. Now, this beautiful property was custom built by Stellar Homes, one of Edmonton's premier custom builders. It's simply a work of art. From the crown moldings to the floors, the ceilings, the arches. Exceptional workmanship. Just stunning. It's private, it's gated, it overlooks a private lake. This kitchen would please anyone, from the novice cook to gourmet chef. All the appliances are all top of the line. The expansive granite island, the breakfast area, is just beautiful, just beautiful. And as you can see, endless ovens. Warming drawers, yeah, it's amazing. Exquisite workmanship. The tiles are amazing. And it's a beautiful drive just west of the city. I'll take you inside next. Lovely. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous bungalow. Walk out. And of course, it has an amazing separately constructed workshop and garages. So for all the gentlemen, right, that love car collections, etc., there's an above ground garage, an underground garage, and of course a separate workshop as well. Every convenience is located here. It's really self-contained. Lots of room for parking and entertaining. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take you to some still photos because I'd love for you to see the exterior of the property. It's just stunning. Very soon, all of the ravine and trees will be totally green. Gorgeous, very private, very secluded, and very safe. Gorgeous, expansive balconies. Now take a look, and these are photos that were taken in the summer, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So as I mentioned, here's that separate, beautiful workspace, workshop. So if you're working from home, what a terrific place to be. And look at this aerial shot of the property. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, the estate is gated. Lots of, it's just exquisite. And here we go. So you can visit my website, and we have lots and lots of photos, the floor plans, the maps, the location. And I couldn't think of a better place, right, for a lot of folks because of it's a bungalow design. You know, it's a fantastic property to consider retiring in for sure. And you can still continue to work there. And so this is nestled in the county of Parkland, very close to Spruce Grove, Alberta. The address is 27509 Township Road, 540. So if you go onto my website, you'll see that there's a virtual tour and oodles of photos. Like, look at this exquisite foyer. Beautiful. All of the woodwork and the millwork in this house is quite amazing. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining me on this little tour here of this particular property. And as I said, on our website, we certainly have an awful lot of properties to take a look at in all price ranges, of course. You know, I've been here in real estate for almost 40 years. And so we sell homes in all price ranges, right? And so there's also a brand new listing, and it's a bungalow in the Southwest in Allard, for example. And so it's on my website as well. It's 1196 Adamson, and it's a beautiful property. So the tour is it's very easy to maneuver around the website. And of course, this weekend, we're hoping to be live in this particular gorgeous home. And so we have been encouraging some of our clients to allow us in to do the live virtual open houses, which is now the popular thing, streaming on Facebook and some other platforms. Thanks to Realtor.ca, they are allowing us to stream our open houses live. So Saturday at 1 and Sunday at 1 o'clock as well. But tomorrow, right, come prepared as we show you how to create and plan. And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort, right? Because it's Feel Good Friday, but it's Feel Good weekend. So 1 second, I want to show you my picnic basket. I meant to bring it out earlier. There. And I think everybody's got one of these, or we can create one. So I am looking forward to showing you what we're going to pack in this picnic basket. Okay. And see what's in this one, right? Aren't they fun? I mean, if you're lucky enough, sometimes we've seen that, well, of course, you can't go to a garage sale, but it's kind of interesting what you find in a picnic basket from back in the day. So yes, we're going to create a picnic. I'm going to call it Picnic in the Park with a blanket and the whole works. So yeah, and it's pretty kind of, I think we should do more of that. So you can find a spot in the house or in the yard or on a deck where we're going to have a picnic in the park. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys again live tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Sunday at 1 o'clock, and Monday at 1. And listen, next week we have some pretty interesting people joining us, okay? So in the meantime, please, I know it's been hard. It's difficult, this isolated situation that we have, but social distancing. And, you know, one thing I'll say for sure, okay, you know, keep your trips to the grocery stores to a minimum, right? Wherever you go. And definitely, you know, 6, 8, 10 feet away, it's fine. And get out and enjoy the sunshine this week. And thank you so much. And it is overwhelming. Even I have, you know, even I've had my issues for sure. So remember, this weekend, we're going to have a picnic. And remember, together, everyone achieves more. And in the middle of difficulties lies opportunities. Albert Einstein, opportunities to grow. So we'll see you here live tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And thank you, Dogtopia, for being with us. And thank you, Terrell Edwards. And good luck with everything you do. And we'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Bye for now.